What is it that comes to your mind when you hear church? If you look around this room and you see the eyes and the ears and the breathing and the heartbeat, that's the church. It's the temple of God. You hear the Bible talks about the church being the temple of God. What does that mean? The temple is the place where God's presence dwells. So if this is the church, then when we come together to be the church, not to do church, but to be the church, it is the temple of God, God's place where he dwells. So guess what that means? Wherever you go is the church. I want to talk to you for the next 3 weeks specifically about the purpose, the position, and the power of the church. The main point of the night is that our purpose, we are called to continue the ministry of Jesus. I want to talk to you about doing his will, being his witness, completing his work. That's how we continue the ministry of Jesus. Do his will, be his witness, complete his work. First of all, do his will. Prioritize the will of God in your life. It begins with the person of Jesus. Hear me. It is very easy for me to proclaim Jesus as Savior. It's not quite easy for me to declare him as Lord. The second part is the principles of Jesus. It starts with the person of Jesus, but then I have to desire and be committed to the principles of Jesus. The person saves. The principles prosper me. Practice. The person of Jesus, the principles of Jesus, the practice of Jesus. I think there's a gap between the principles and the practice too. Do you have more allegiance to your desires and your feelings, your intelligence, than you do the will of God? Our witness affirms the truth that we declare. Prioritize the will of God. Be a witness. Your witness affirms the truth. And the last part has to do with works. Our works prove that we are faithful by being fruitful. Jesus wrote you a letter tonight. What would it say? I know your works. ... And if that fruit isn't great, guess what's greater? His love for you.